Hi everybody, welcome to CastorsCorner.com. I'm your host Khalil here for another toy of the day. We're so happy to have you guys here. You can go to CastorsCorner.com for a full gallery of these figures, among others. You can check out our past archives as well. You can follow us. We are at Castors Corner. Check out the Cornercast podcast up on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to that. Subscribe to this. We really appreciate it. The more of you that subscribe, the more cool things we get to do, and then we get to share them with you. And that's been the best part of this past year. So we're wrapping up our look at our Fantastic Four wave here. And the rest of the team, we got Ben here. We got Johnny. And we got Sue. So we got the rest of the four. We got the Fantastic Three here. And we'll take a look at them one at a time. So of the three, I think the one that has kind of the least newness to it is the thing right here. He's got the darker color for the trunks. He's got the white for the belt. He's got a relatively similar color palette for his body. We get two heads with him, so we get the Grimace head there. And then we kind of get the normal kind of what's going on, what did I just walk into look. More kind of passive look for him on the other head. I can't even begin to tell you like how impressive overall that what they've done with the thing here. It's one of the best toys that they've designed. Would we want him to have a little more articulation, especially in the back, given the butterflies that the Hulk has? Yes. But I think that steps him into a larger scale, and I'm not sure I need him to be that much bigger. I'm trying to think. We got some Hulks over here. So he's definitely smaller than the Hulk, right? He's definitely not as big as the Hulk, but I'm okay with that. I like him this size. It's a little more human size. He's, bigger than Johnny for sure, but not that much taller. So it kind of puts him in that. You also get the alternate hands for him. So you can have the open hands or the closed fists, however you want to pose him out. The rocky nature of the sculpt, of course, does kind of impede some of the articulation. Double knees, but single elbows. The wrists, because they kind of peg in a little bit further. They don't have as much articulation there. They kind of pop a little bit because it's kind of recessed. The peg itself, the hole, is kind of recessed in. So there's a little bit of a lip there. And so that would hinder the articulation a little bit, but not overall, not bad at all. And he's got a good range of motion on the upper torso and the neck. So you get some good posing out for him. So he's a really solid figure. He's a rock. He's a solid figure. That's too bad. That's too goofy. This might be one of my favorite Johnnies that they've done. We've had different versions in the past. This one with the lines as part of the torso and the rest of the body is very classic looking for him. No alternate hands for him, but he comes with the fire back piece that kind of just clips right on to him, kind of add more fire to him. He's got the fire tendrils that can kind of go in different places. His hands got some flames already. So these look good just about anywhere. They can fit around the ankles, they can fit around the legs or the arms, or kind of wherever you want them to be. And he comes with open hands and some fists as well. So these hands, there goes the backpack. There goes the backpack. These hands have flames on them. So we've got that extra piece there that has the flames on them. He comes with alternate hands that are flame free. Both of them fists. So you can get him into some fun flight poses. He's got some of the best neck articulation for flight poses that they've done so far. So he's pretty photogenic, to be honest with you, and able to really kind of show off being able to fly. He's got a nice little smirk on his face. I think they just nailed this top to bottom as one of the best Human Torches they've done in the line. And it's very deep red, too. It's not that lighter kind of orangey kind of color. Now, the final figure we're going to talk about is Sue. Now, there's a lot of complaints about Sue. She's got single elbows, double knees. She's not pinless. She's not using the new female body. She's got open hands here to kind of do her invisibility shields. She also comes with closed fists as well for both hands. She does come with a shield that kind of fits on her hand. So if you get the fingers in the right position, and you kind of have to squeeze them together a little bit to get them in there. But she has her invisible shield. It's a really nice piece. We've seen something like this before. I think where it kind of falls apart for a lot of people is the face. It's not the prettiest that they've done. She's kind of got a little bit of duck lips going. It's a little bit awkward. It's almost like she's saying the word ooh or ew. And so I looked at the card art. And on the back of the package, like you can tell they tried to recreate that in 3 dimensions. The problem is that 2-dimensional look for her doesn't take the 3 dimensions into account. So when you elongate the face and give it that 3rd dimension, the sculpt, the look of it just falls apart, for me at least. And I think a lot of people agree. So a lot of people are taking older Sue heads and kind of popping them on there. And they're you can swap them. They're swappable for sure. And they're in the same scale, same size. So I get what they were going for. I don't think they hit the mark. And unfortunately, it was shown to the public way too late to get any feedback for it. So it just kind of was one of those things that kind of just didn't hit the mark. It's not bad. The hair is fine. I think some of the face is fine, but it's the eyes are a little bit kind of close. She's kind of like this weird look on her face. And it just doesn't work, I don't think. It's a fine figure. You know, we've got 2 other versions of Sue, a couple different head variations, so we can definitely swap those out. And I think you're going to see a lot of people trying to find the older Sues to be able to swap those out. So, but overall, as a wave, you know, you get the whole Fantastic Four, right? So there's no question about that. You get the whole team. You get a couple villains. If you get to track down that Doom, you get him. So it's really technically a 7-figure wave. 6 figures are hitting stores right now. So these are sitting a lot of retailers now, with probably more to come. We'll have a full gallery of everybody. You can go back and watch the previous 2 videos over the last week or so of them. And yeah, so go to castorscorner.com to check out the full look at the whole wave, as well as the extra bonus Doom. You can follow us. We are at Kastor's Corner on all social media. You can check out the Cornercast podcast up on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to this, subscribe to that. As we say every night as we leave, Jaxie, we love you, we miss you, and we wish you were here. And for those of you coming back, we've got a lot more toys for Toy of the Day. So join us tomorrow for another Toy of the Day here on castorscorner.com. Have a good night, everybody.